Ba-do-ba-da-ba-do-ah. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. Ba-do-ba-da-ba-do-ah. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. If you're having trouble with your high school head, he's giving you the blues.
Man, can you believe the year is already halfway over?
Wow, thank you. So many people of the population.
It went by so fast. And or, wow, this was the longest year ever.
I tell you what, it's the longest year of my life, but it's been the best. Because I married you. Aww. Well, Donna, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing pretty well. You know what's one thing I've noticed about life in general, or this time of year in particular?
What?
Is it's really hot in the summer.
Oh, yeah. It's hot.
It's super hot. And one thing we have to do to record a podcast is turn off the AC.
Mm-hmm. I can already feel it.
I can already feel it, man. Feel that podcast. All the podcast juices are flowing.
Yeah, it's not only hot, but here in Oklahoma, it is super duper. What's the word?
Humid.
Humid. Yeah.
Could you not think of the word humid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I lose words a lot.
I thought you were messing with me.
No.
I was ready to be like, you said humid. Got him.
You know, like humid.
Got him. No, it's very, very hot outside, and it makes going outside a chore, which is already somewhat of a chore. I don't very much enjoy it. Yeah, I lit incense for this, and I, for some reason, regret it now. I don't know, I think
Probably because you put it right next to us.
Probably. I just wanted to set the scene, set the mood, get us into the podcasting mood. It is also only about 4 o'clock here, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we're both enjoying. We don't have any wine this time. It's a little. It's way too early to be drinking wine. So we're both enjoying some Sapporo premium beer. I think it might be my favorite beer.
It's just so pleasant.
It is very pleasant. This episode is sponsored by Sapporo. Sapporo.
I'm almost certain it's Sapporo.
Sapporo. Send us money and we'll learn how to say your name right.
Email us and tell us how to say it.
Not anybody that listens to this unless you work for Sapporo.
No, I want everyone coming at us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and saying, you're supposed to do.
Well, I'll say it however I damn well please. I'm enjoying my Sapporo right here. It's made from the sapperroot.
The sapperroot.
Sapperroot. You know, that's what they used to boil. We used to do that when I was a kid. We had sassafras root. Do you ever do that? Do you ever boil sassafras?
No.
That's what they make, is what they used to make root beer. Yeah. We used to have some that grew outside of our house, and we boil it, so it'd make the whole house smell like root beer. I don't actually know why we did that, but it did.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. It was very fun. We also used to boil wax.
Just wax?
Yep.
Generic wax?
But just like candle wax.
Boil it?
Yep.
Why?
Make the house smell good.
Like scented wax?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not
that
like
makes
earwax or anything.
Well, yeah. You said just wax, so I just thought like plain old wax. I mean, beeswax smells really good by itself.
True.
So.
We stopped doing that, though, because we fell asleep one time while we were boiling it, and all the water went away, and it made the whole house filled with smoke.
Oh, no. Because you have to double boil it, huh?
What?
Double boil? Where you've got the beeswax in a container within the pot that's boiling water?
Oh, no. We would just have a pan, and we put chunks of wax in it.
Really?
Yep.
You're supposed to double boil.
Well?
That's how you do chocolate and wax and those types of...
I don't know what to tell you. We didn't. And we stopped because it made the house look like it was on fire.
Well, wait, but you said because it ran out of water.
Yep.
Where's the water?
It evaporated. We just let it boil on the stove. And
just boil water?
Yeah, we boiled water.
Oh, for the sassafras.
And for the wax.
So you double boiled it.
What do you mean?
You said, okay, the first time you said you boiled it in water, and the second time you said you just throw wax in a pan.
Oh, I'm sorry. We throw water and wax into the pan.
Together?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a weird way to do it.
I agree. I'm not saying it was a good idea.
Huh.
Yeah. I guess I never told you that story.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a lot of weird stuff growing up.
Guess everyone's got their own strange things.
Well, Why'd you smile at me when you said that? Oh, yeah, because that's... Segway. Here we go. That's what Segways sound like. Have you ever heard a Segway?
Not really.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty quiet.
I think they're pretty silent, aren't they? I bet if you ride one, you can hear one. Have you ever ridden a Segway?
I don't think I have, actually.
Well, let's ride this Segway right into Welcome to the Bargain Den. And speaking of strange, this week our movie is...
Passing Strange.
That's the best Segway I've ever ridden.
Hey. It's like a double entendre. It's like written and ridden, except we didn't write it.
Right. It's...
Right.
Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Double boiling, double entendres. That's what we do here at the Bargain Den. But primarily what we do is we pull two movies. Nope.
Well, we have lately.
What? Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, okay, here, let's go ahead and part the curtain here and let's say what we're doing. Well, I think we should be a little honest. We have a big bag filled of the movies that we got from I meant to see if you wanted to run by Vintage Stock today, by the way, and get another bag.
Oh, yeah, because we're running down into, like... only.
I don't want to give it away.
Oh, my bad. We'll bleep. Can we bleep?
But that means I have to teach you how to bleep.
All right, I'll learn it. I'll Google it.
No, because I don't know how to do it.
So I can't Google it, but I have to have you teach me because you don't know how.
Well, you'll have to use my technique, which is different than bleeping it. My technique is I pull up an electric guitar in the GarageBand and do a nice little...
Okay, yeah, I'm going to Google how to bleep.
Okay, you'll probably have to download something.
Because what if I want a duck sound?
Quack.
Quack.
Maybe you could...
Quack.
Here, hold on. We'll isolate this.
Okay.
And we'll put it over it. So give me some duck.
Quack.
I need to be a little
You're
bit...
way better at ducks. Do a goose. Or not a goose.
goose?
No, a turkey.
You may do a turkey?
Turkey.
Oh, jeez. It's going to be real rough because I can't hear myself.
Just do it.
Okay, so we'll cut this out, and you'll have heard the turkey earlier. That's what we'll do, okay? How
Yeah,
about that?
I'm not going to cut this out. Go ahead.
No,
do the turkey.
no, but I'm saying, like, you cut this...
copy it.
You'll have heard the
and put it-
turkey.
yeah.
Hold on. We'll cut this out, and you won't know what that turkey noise was a bit ago, and then now you'll understand it. You know what I mean? You'll cut this turkey out. You'll cut the turkey out at this point.
I'm going to keep it in.
So you're going to double the turkey out
Yeah.
on... Okay, well...
Go ahead.
All right.
This is my favorite. You're so good at
Okay.
this.
I have to take one earbud out because
Yeah.
All right. Gobble.
Brandon.
That's all you get. Gobble.
Yeah, I'm going to put in your real turkey over that so that no one will know you just did that.
I haven't done
Then
the
you
real
have
turkey.
a bad joke.
You don't have my turkey.
I'll get it out of you.
It's best it. Please don't. I don't want this in there. This is awful.
What's a good beep? Bleep. Bleep beep. Boop.
Just do a nice quack.
No, I'm not good. You do a quack.
Quack. Quack.
How do I make it?
This is so off the rails. People are like, you don't even...
How do I make it the length that I need it to be?
I mean, it's just...
Can I
what are we even
expand
bleeping out right now?
I'm not going to say it again.
No, I don't remember. I've seriously like... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to have such an awful time editing this.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Okay, so why do we need to go to Vintage Stock?
So we can... We need to go to Vintage Stock so we can pick up another bag. So, oh my God, I got so off the rails here. We've placed all the bargain movies we have into a bigger tote bag, and then when it's time to watch a movie, we each pull out 2 movies and then pick from those 4 movies. So it's still random because we have to choose from one of those 4 movies. But sometimes, if you're not super feeling it, I very much enjoy doing this podcast. I think it's super fun, no matter what it is we watch. But having the option to go from maybe, I don't want to do a bunch of the same kind of movie over and over again, or I'm not feeling that kind of movie.
Yeah, or we only have an hour.
Yeah, we only have a certain amount of time. Yeah, we only have a certain amount of time, I think we may have pulled Swamp Tigers out of there twice. We just weren't feeling a nature doc at the time. So it's a little bit behind the scenes here.
Yeah, you're understanding.
BTS the TBD.
What? Behind the scenes. I get it. I can use letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of strange,
Now that this segue has gone on,
I did like
left.
I liked how much we talked. I talked up this segue, and then
and then we just didn't use it.
oh my god, look over there! The segway's on fire. What did we do?
Started talking about actual segues. Okay, so
Now I just want to ride some segways with you.
we should.
Yeah, I
They've got
guess.
like the Segway rides around Bricktown and stuff.
Yeah, we could rent some. And
Yeah, I don't know.
what's the what do you is that what it's called when you segway? Is it segwaying, or is there like a do you like because like on a scooter you scoot, right? I realize like
I ride a scooter.
it's true. So you ride a segway, but
I think so.
I feel like
But I guess
say
you could
s-
also Segway a Segway.
or you could scoot a scooter,
Yeah.
or you is there like another word? I feel like you should like doot. You kind of boot or doot around.
Yeah. You boot or doot. Okay, this is terrible.
All right,
We
speaking
watched
of strange.
Passing Strange.
We watched Passing Strange, the movie. This time, it is your turn to talk about the movie. Just real quick, what we do here at the Bargain Den is we give a little rundown of the movie we watched that we randomly picked out of a bag of other random movies that we have got from bargain locations. And we watch it, and then we give a little rundown of it. Oh my God, I can't describe anything. Give a little rundown of it. And then we talk about whether or not it is a frugal movie, if it fits into the category of something that embodies what it means to be frugal, if it's characters, if it's plot, if it's general themes and ideas, if the way it was made, all the different aspects. We look at them here. We each have masters in film. Don't. I'm kidding. We both have bachelors in finance.
Right. Totally.
We can say anything. It doesn't matter.
We have both.
Sure, right on. I have a BA in finance. You have a master's in film.
Right.
And we both have doctorates in sex. Can't do it. Nobody's gonna check us. This doesn't matter.
How would you check that on someone?
You have sex with them. I don't know.
I love how much you crack yourself up.
Shut up, I know.
I love your laugh.
Oh, thanks.
So, back on track. This week we watched Passing Strange, the movie. Can't stay on subject for anything. It's a Spike Lee joint.
It says that. I saw that too.
Is that really? I have to peel the sticker to be.
No, it
that
does.
says joint.
It says joint.
It's a Spike Lee joint. Mm-hmm. One of Spike something films. One something musical something because sticker. It was an official selection Sundance Film Festival 2009.
Awesome.
Yep, featuring the award-winning Broadway rock musical.
Yeah, it was a live recording of one of the last performances of Passing Strange, which I had never heard of.
Me either, and I'm really surprised because it was extremely good.
Yeah, tell us
And
about it.
It seemed like a big deal, too. So, Passing Strange, it burst onto the Broadway stage. I'm kidding, I won't read it. It's, well, this was from 2008, so there's some context for the time. But I think it was set in the, I don't know.
70s.
70s, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's about this kid who's trying to find meaning in life, trying to find the real.
Did they ever give him a name?
You know,
I don't think it did. He was just like LA kid.
here goes IMDb.
This episode sponsored by Sapporo and IMDb.
Okay.
He was Youth. That was his name.
Youth is trying to find the real, trying to find meaning in his life. Starts with his mother making him go to church, and he has a religious experience that quickly is smothered by reality and a slap from his mom. And then they kind of pressure him into joining the youth choir because there's a girl he likes or something. And he does, and then finds out that they're actually cooler than he thought they were.
Wait, we're going to get it right this time. If you want to watch this movie, we're about to spoil the whole thing.
We should add an introduction that says that we will spoil whatever movie we're talking about.
Because we will spoil it.
We will tell you the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
And this is absolutely worth watching.
Absolutely.
I'd recommend it.
It's probably one of my favorite musicals I've ever seen.
It was extremely good.
Yeah. It's up there with The Book of Mormon and American Idiot.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, I thought it was better than some of those in certain ways.
It was extremely good.
It was very, very good.
Made me laugh, made me cry. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts hanging out with the church choir kids, and they initiate him by passing around a joint. And he's like, this is the real. Like, I'm feeling it. And then again, back to reality. So he decides, you know what, it's music. That's where it's at. So he starts his band.
Starts a punk band.
Punk band.
The stereotypes.
Stereotypes. I loved that. They drop some acid and then kind of have a falling out, and I guess that's not quite the real, but he's pretty sure it's definitely in music, because that's kind of been the basis of all his, when he gets close, when he starts feeling it. So when he got high with the pastor's son, right?
Mm-hmm. The head of the youth choir.
Yeah. The pastor's son, Franklin, I believe.
Yeah.
Mr. Franklin. He kept talking about Europe and how that's where it's really at, you know? You don't know shit till you go to Europe. So there comes a point where, I mean, he's just in himself, and he's so obsessed with finding meaning. He's in a sort of existential crisis. His mom is like, what's going on? And I miss you, and you're my life, and we've all got problems. And oh my gosh, that was one of the funniest parts, two of the funniest parts right there. There was the montage of him deciding to leave, and they started, they just used music in the best ways in this movie. They started, in the musical, words are hard. They started to do this upbeat, fun, kind of classic style, cliche musical. We're going away and it's upturned in the musical. Their lyrics were like, we don't really know how to write this kind of song, so we're going to do it in a different way because we do know how to write this kind of song.
Yeah, it was, they said that they don't know how to do that kind of song, but they do know European art films.
And how to make fun of them.
And how to make fun of them, so we'll do that. Yeah, one of my favorite things about this was it tackled a lot of kind of serious topics in terms of like family and finding yourself, you know, very universal themes, but it never took itself overly serious, and it did a lot to kind of be self-aware in the kind of movie it was. A lot of the times it was narrated, by this guy named Stu, and he would very frequently speak to the crowd. I mean, he was a narrator, and he would speak to the actors and refer to them as actors, and very open about being a musical. And also there was a total of, I think, 5 actors? No,
like
6.
Active actors.
6 active actors, and then a band on stage.
Yeah, everything that was happening was on stage.
Yeah, and the 6 actors played everybody else. They would switch out roles throughout the whole thing, so it was very
And all
cool.
the musicians would switch out too, and the actors would occasionally also pick up instruments and be part of the band. There was one point where one of the actresses was sitting with the pianist / guitarist, and they were both playing piano. What? Pianist?
Yeah, he said.
Okay, yeah. But it just, I think that's the perfect way to describe it, is that it had very universal, important themes, but it never took itself too seriously. And just at that part, like, it was starting to get really intense, and like his mom's starting to, you kind of see into her life, and that it's not what she wanted it to be, and it starts getting a little sad, and then it's, hey, we're a musical, and lighthearted.
So he decides to go to Europe, and then
he goes to Amsterdam first. They have a fantastic Amsterdam overture and song. And his whole life is expanded, and he, does all the things that bring him all the most joy, and he has sex and gets high, and he writes music, and the most amazing life experiences are happening for him, and it's coming together, and he's found the real. And then he realizes he can't write music because everything's too perfect. There's no conflict. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
So he decides to leave and go to Berlin. And in Berlin, there is so much conflict. This is about the time of the Berlin Wall. And he joins the Neuhaus, a team of art-based revolutionaries. And they are led by this girl that he falls in love with, who, unlike in Amsterdam, where it was everyone loving each other, it's cool, no strings attached. This is love is the real. We need to be love. In love, love each other, love. So he starts getting his inspiration from her, and then, his mom's calling and, you need to come home and I miss you and we can talk. And he's like, we're talking right now and I'm busy with my music. Mom, jeez. And he declines to go home for Christmas as she requested, because he's going to debut his, was it 7 hour long? His 7 hour long song that he's made. What was it called? Tunes from the Shower or something?
I have no idea. I didn't know that. Sure, probably.
It was shower tune song or something.
Yeah.
Clearly this was something he made up in the shower. And he's made it for this girl. And then he discovers that all of them are leaving for Christmas to go home to their families, that he just declined to do because he thought he was going to be spending Christmas with them. So he spends Christmas sad and alone. And then you find out that his mom has passed. And picks up pretty quick with him doing her eulogy back home, and he's struggling with himself and how he regrets not seeing her or spending more time, and he was so focused on his dream, and then it kind of flips around and he talks himself back into his dream, well, that's what's real. Music is my real and it's my passion, and the best thing I can do is actually go forth, and it's all right. That's all I can do is just, it's all right. And I'm going to make music. Then Stu, our narrator through the whole thing, approaches the youth, and you discover that this is all Stu's life. And they're one and the same, but Stu is looking back on this. And it was very, very good. And just everything about it, the costume design. The whole time, Stu is wearing a red button-up with a black suit jacket and suit pants, and the youth is wearing jeans and a red shirt, and they're both wearing red...
Converse.
What?
Converse.
Yeah, Chucks, All-Stars, yeah, whatever phrase you choose for those. And then by the end, because he's giving the eulogy, he is also in a suit with his red shirt under it, and you just see this perfect, they walk and become a mirror, and that's how it's revealed. And it was just, all this was amazing.
Yeah, it's
the band sinks into the floor and comes back up. They're using chairs for everything, like it's a basement play. It was very cool.
Yeah, well, and it was kind of wrapped up with the idea of if you could go back and talk to your younger self, would you tell your younger self to change what you've done, and was it worth it?
Yeah,
I don't think we have to really. I mean,
yeah, but it ends with everyone coming out, and they do a very, very long outro and bow and outro again and finish the song.
So much energy.
So much energy, dude.
So much sweat.
These people were dripping sweat. It was incredible. I commend those people. Because also all the actors were also the stagehands.
Yeah.
They were the ones changing set. So it was incredible. But
it was incredible, but you know what also is incredible? Money. So when I kind of want to set up feel like some parameters to this. I don't think that we should look at the financial side of setting up a Broadway musical. I would like to stick with what this Broadway musical was. That being said, I think it should automatically.
Artomatically. Because it's art.
Because it's art. I think it should automatically get a point towards being a frugal movie. I think that in terms, or a frugal play, a frugal exhibition, what have you, just because of the kind of minimalistic setup. It was, they had some pretty flashy sets at different times, but overall it was, everything was kind of compact and it done in a very straightforward, minimalistic way, I would say. So I think that it should be rewarded a point for that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I wouldn't want to dig too deep into the...
Can I share with you something ridiculous that I thought of during the movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of the frugality.
Okay.
So for this whole thing, the backdrop is all these different panels of different lights. And so to set the stage or the mood for each scene, they just change how the lights are. But the lights are always the backdrop. And I was thinking about like, man, that's a lot of electricity right there. And then I thought, this theater is packed.
Yeah.
Like they've probably got, I don't know, 1,000 people there. I'm bad at numbers, but a lot of people, more than 100. Think about what those people would be doing if they weren't there at the theater. They'd all be home using electricity. So they probably saved some electricity.
No. This is not an eco-friendly podcast. It's not what we're doing here. We're looking, I mean, if it saves you money and it saves the environment.
Electricity costs money.
It does. Yeah, it was a sold-out Broadway musical. I
Yep.
think it's doing just fine in terms of making up the money for the electric bill.
No, I'm just saying. All those people.
Not just saying, I'm just
Hey, the earth counts too.
No, it doesn't. Not in this podcast.
All right,
I already
what's
told you how I
next?
felt about the tigers.
Yeah, I know. What's next?
Kill the tigers, kill the planet. The
No,
bargain
don't
den.
do either of those things.
Please don't do either of those things. The earth is important, but that's we're trying to look.
I just wanted to share that with you because that thought occurred while I was watching the movie. It gets really freaky deaky psychedelic at points, and they do such a good job. What?
They do. I just don't know if I've ever heard you say freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky.
So yeah, no. I just money does not exist in nature. I don't believe.
Okay, continue.
So I just think that we just need to be careful because we believe in making sure we're environmentally conscious as much as possible. I mean, everybody has their faults, but we do what we can. This is a universe unto itself. We have hundreds of millions of people that listen to this, and that's what they tune into. They tune in for the financial side of things.
Right.
So,
speaking of, there was not much in the way of money in this musical.
nope.
Other than inferred for the most part. When he gets to Amsterdam, they offer him free hash and coffee. So that's something. And he gets to stay in this flat for free. It sounds like they were squatting anyway. So that was frugal.
Yeah, I just think that it's going to cost some money to fly over there from LA.
Yeah, he saved up a bunch of money to do that. And
But
he's not making a lot of money with music, clearly.
No. I don't want to make every time anything's music related that we're just like, bad, lose a point.
You have a dream? You do art?
You do
Yeah,
art and
no.
music? Well,
No.
I mean, kind of. But I mean, yeah, he was always stayed at kind of a hostile situation where he would stay with a bunch of other people. So I think in terms of living, it was frugal situation.
Yeah.
You played in the orchestra of a musical at one point.
I did. Played, I think, 4th violin, 5th violin,
You don't need to say that.
something like
You
that.
played every instrument. We can say whatever.
I
we
played
want.
every single instrument. I know how to play all the instruments, and I played them all at once.
For the Music Man.
He's a what?
The Music Man.
And he sells clarinets to the kids in the town.
I just remember Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. I saw that a couple times.
Yeah, you're
That was
awesome. Thanks for supporting me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually never saw it. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, that's
I've never seen this musical, but I've played it about 8,000 times.
Yeah, I would say, man, I would almost say that gives a point to Passing Strange because the orchestra got to see it, so they don't have to spend money to go see it another time.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you have a full-fledged musical like The Music Man, okay? This was just a high school production, but
Music Man.
it'll translate. I mean, I think there were about 30 or 40 people down in the pit total.
Yeah.
Probably 30.
They opened it up too, didn't they?
Opened?
Yeah, they opened up the pit.
Is this a joke?
Well, just that's what you do in musical, right? That's the pit. That's my relationship to pits when I played in music, is we would open up the pit.
To go mosh? Is that what you're...
To go beat the shit out of each other, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We did on the last day. They
What?
let us ride the pit up to the stage.
Oh,
That was pretty neat.
wow. What if you had gotten hurt?
That's why they only let us do it on the last day.
Can't afford to lose any of you kids.
For real. Not until it's done anyway. We're making bank off of this. They did charge like, I think $7-10 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And we did, I think, 8 shows. But I think we only did 4 for the public. I think the other 4 were during school for other schools. So I don't think they paid. Anywho, but we've got like 30 people in the pit. Probably another 10, I think, were stage crew. And then we had 1 or 2 light and sound guys. Probably another 30 actors. I mean, you saw it. Were there like 30?
I have no memory. This is...
Okay.
How long ago was this? This was 2013?
Yeah.
It's been 5 years, honey.
But the point being, there was probably 50 to 100 people in this musical working on it. And don't make faces at me. Versus in Passing Strange, I think, I mean...
They had some people behind the scenes.
They had people behind the scenes. They had light and sound and, people helping them backstage.
And I believe they probably had some stagehands as well, I think.
Yeah, but not as many because the actors were doing most of it and all they had were like some chairs and some, like, I think a table. That's just about all they used. And then I think there was a guy helping them switch out instruments.
Well, let's try to look for some cons here. Let's try and focus in. Was there anything about this musical?
Well, just real quick, all that's to say I think they had 10 people running most of the show.
Gotcha. Was there anything that made this musical where they maybe shelled out a little bit more than they should have?
That was a pretty extensive drum kit.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Even their costumes were pretty chill. They only really changed their costumes a couple times each. Not a ton of costume work, although it was still done really well. See, we went into this and I was thinking, this is definitely gonna go in Not Frugal.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was just thinking, like, this kid's wasting all of his money, what little he's ever earned on quote-unquote real jobs, to do something that makes no money in a place halfway across the world.
Yeah, but he did pretty frugal. I don't know.
Yeah, but he did it very frugally. That's how I went into it, but now I'm seeing all the frugal aspects.
Donna, we've been doing this for like 12 years now, this podcast. And I'm starting to think we're too soft. Mm-hmm. We might be too soft. I don't know. I can't think of much. Maybe we're not cut out for this, Donna.
Don't say that now. Not after 12 years.
We've done 7 episodes.
Yeah.
And of those 7, if we put this in the frugal bin, we're gonna be 6 for 1 on frugal. No, wait, did we put Stratosphere Girl in frugal?
No, we put her in Not Frugal.
Oh,
I'm pretty certain.
We're 5 for 2 then. Well, I guess that's just over half.
Well, and it doesn't have to be even.
I know. I'm just a little worried. I don't think we're crunching down hard enough. We need to Bittengrer it.
Well, Bittengrer.
Hi, I'm Bittengrer. I'm gonna show you how to survive the wilderness. Bittengrer.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is, like, on the overarching, overall everything of this.
Synonyms.
Over.
On the overall complete
Every.
All entirely. Absolute. Whole.
The entire whole thing. I'll stop now. He's spends a lot of money to go not make money. In the end, he hasn't found the real. He's found all right. Maybe. I don't know.
I think the real was in him all along.
I think so too. But then how much money did he waste looking for it? Wow.
Wow. Well, no, I guess not.
And he missed his mom.
Yeah, he missed his mom dying.
That's sad.
Oh, God. That's the real right there. Oh, no.
Can you even hear that?
Yeah. Very well. I'm the ghost of frugality.
What does the ghost of frugality say about
We have-
passing strange?
It says that we have too many ghosts on this show. And we need to-
Hey, let's bring on a guest that's not a ghost.
Okay. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring.
Go ahead,
I'm
answer
calling.
it.
No, I'm calling somebody.
Go
ring,
ahead,
ring,
answer
ring,
it.
Ring. No, you go ahead. You answer it. Or, we need our guest to answer it, not me. Ring, 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 ring.
Well, then it's not
Ring,
going to be
ring.
me because I'm
Ring,
not
ring,
the guest. I
ring,
host.
ring, ring, ring. I know. Let's hope. Hopefully, a guest answers pretty soon. Ring, 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 ring.
I can't think of
Ring,
a
ring,
guest.
ring, ring. Oh my God. Ring, ring. I don't. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Ring. Oh, hello. Hi. Who's this?
This is Mr. Bunnybanks. You should know you called me.
Did you say Mr. Bunnybanks?
Mr. Moneybanks.
You
scoundrel.
I meant to call Mr. Bunnybanks. All right, bye. Ring, 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 ring.
No.
Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring. Oh, come on, Mr. Bunnybanks. Come on. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Is this Mr. Bunnybanks?
Yes.
Hi. It's nice to speak to you. This is Brandon. I got Donna here.
Hey.
Mr. Bunnybanks, we need some help. We're having a little bit of a struggle here. We're trying to figure out if this movie Passing Strange is frugal or not. And
Passing strange.
yeah, yes. I know I should have called you for when we reviewed Mrs. Doubtfire because you would have had more to say about it. But
I haven't heard of that movie.
well, that's super inconvenient. I thought maybe if that was the whole reason of me calling. Look, okay. Well then.
I can't. You're on the phone.
Okay. Well, look, Mr. Bunnybanks, we need help. How do we decide if this movie is frugal or not? Donna's just laughing at you, by the way. I'm so sorry. Look, next time we have
That's
dinner.
rude.
I know. We'll bring you a bottle of wine to make up for it. Stop laughing at him, Donna.
I can't help it.
Well, okay.
His voice is funny.
I understand. Look, Mr. Bunnybanks, this movie has no bunnies nor banks in it, but we thought that maybe you would be the person that could help us out in a pinch. Can you give us any advice on this? Which way?
How much money did he spend?
Who?
I don't know. Whoever's in the movie.
They didn't give a clear answer. They didn't say a specific amount on how much money was spent at any given moment. He got some stuff for free, but he also bought some plane tickets.
To where?
Christ. He bought plane tickets from LA to Amsterdam to Berlin, then back to LA.
Not frugal.
All right, I guess passing straight. Oh, thank you, Mr. Bunnybanks. We super appreciate it. We needed it. We needed a third voice in here.
No, wait.
What? Yes, I'm sorry. What?
Frugal. I'm kidding. It's not frugal. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. He said not frugal.
What?
I know.
Wow.
Wow, pretty
Dang.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you could
Not
maybe.
frugal.
I wish you could help me out and try to convince him otherwise, but that's.
I couldn't hear. You didn't have one speaker.
I had whatever. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you everybody so much for listening. That's passing
Wait,
straight.
but do we really want to do that?
Mr. Bunnybanks said so. So we have to think of a way to rectify. I mean, what do we
See,
got?
it's hard because in the musical, it's not frugal. But the musical itself, nah, it's not frugal.
It's not frugal.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, what's the lesson we learned here then?
The lesson is
The real is the money.
the real real's the money. I love it.
The real real's the money.
The real real's the money.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. There we go. We got our bringing up some more. That's the hard stuff we need. I'm gonna bring Mr. Bunnybanks back every episode. Yay!
Oh, did that sound awful in there?
Oh, you'll find out.
Was it super loud?
No, it was good.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
checking.
he's got a good voice, so I think
Oh,
that
good.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you could hear him. I guess you couldn't. But
No, I couldn't because you didn't have him on speakerphone.
next time I'll learn.
Next time, put him on speakerphone.
Okay,
So I
okay.
can talk to him.
Okay, cool. So, thank you everybody much. Whoa.
Thank you everybody much. This been Bargain Din the.
Oh, thank you so much everybody for listening to the Bargain Den. We really appreciate it. Don't know why I did that. I'm just in the musical spirit.
That was the Berlin side of music.
Oh yeah, that was pretty punk.
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway. Here, yeah.
What was he saying?
Oh, he was. What's inside is a.
Yeah. What's inside is just a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
It's good musical.
What's inside is
Hey,
just a lie.
you back up a little bit. Keep doing that, and I'll say the outro. Thank you so much, everybody, for. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We want to thank the Lounge Kittens. That's not them that you can hear in the background. That's not the Lounge Kittens, but you should check out the Lounge Kittens because they're very, very awesome, and they do our intro and outro music, the cover of Dirty Deeds by AC/DC. They do a much cooler version, in my opinion, and they do a lot of awesome covers by super cool bands. They don't do a cover of this song. Maybe they will. I don't know. It'll be a weird kind of crossover thing. Also, thank you to David McIntyre for the picture of us that we have for our artwork right now. You can find him at mutedimagery.com. And what else? Oh, yeah, if you want to contact us, you can email us. This is audio. Like, this is giving me... Man, let's just start this over and not do that. Oh, my God.
I thought you were going to stop me.
I didn't. You can... Yeah, well, anyway. Jesus.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts. Apple. You can find us...
Apple Podcasts.
I knew the second time would sound better.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
You can find us on Apple...
Breaker.
Shush. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google
Radio
Podcasts,
Public.
and many other platforms. Just search for the Bargain Den. The Bargain, D-E-N, Den.
And you can email us at thebargainbincast@gmail.com.
And we would love it if wherever you listen, if you could like, comment, rate, subscribe, whatever is on your platform of choice.
Leave us a review and I'll read it like this.
Oh, that'll be good.
Ah, I'm the movie goblin.
Thank you all for listening.
Thanks.
Your face right now.
What? I'm a goblin. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, I'll tell you something.
Wait. I had a legitimate by movie goblin. He left. Just, he's that's him leaving. I had a legitimate idea for an outro.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for listening. My name's Brandon.
I'm Donna.
Pinch those pennies.
And stay frugal.
What'd you think?
I loved it. Let's keep it.
Okay, cool. Bye. Oh, see you, goblin.
Dirty deeds and the
Oh, no more.